question for you. Have you noticed how we talk a lot about relationship building in medical affairs? We will tell MSLs that it's part of their job to go build relationships with the KOLs in their territory. We'll also talk about how medical leadership needs to build relationships with cross-functional stakeholders to help show the value of the field team. But at the same time, we don't have a clear definition of what relationship building actually is. When you don't have a clear definition, it makes it hard to know if you're doing it well or not. That's the topic of today's hack. So stick around. I'm going to give you a definition of relationship building, put this in the context of MSLs and medical affairs. I'm going to get you thinking more deeply about what good relationship building actually looks like. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Patrina. I'm the creator of Medical Affairs Strategy Hacks. This is a YouTube channel dedicated to helping medical affairs professionals succeed through various skill development. One of the top ones being relationship building, which is the topic of today's hack. So how do you define relationship building? When I've talked to some of my medical affairs friends about this, I could tell they hadn't thought about it before. I could see the gears just turning in their head. If you don't have a definition of something, it makes it really hard to know if you're doing it well. When I was noodling on this, here's the definition that I came up with. Relationship building is the process of getting to know somebody and building trust. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Relationship building is the process of getting to know somebody and building trust. What do you think of that? Do you agree? Let me know down in the comments. Relationship building can be further broken up into 3 main stages. I'm going to define each stage for you and then give you an example in the context of the MSL world. Definitely go over to the Medical Affairs Value blog. I've got way more examples on this and to really get you thinking about what good relationship building looks like. The first stage of the relationship building process is the establishing phase. We all know this phase because it's also known as the awkward trying to get somebody to respond to one of your emails. We've all been in that situation where we need to make a connection with somebody we don't know. So this stage is all about networking and understanding what makes the other person tick. In the MSL context, this means going to a conference and introducing yourself to a KOL to discuss cool data that was presented. Or it can mean pre-meeting planning and reading KOL social media posts and publications to understand what they might value. All right, stage 2 of the relationship building process is the developing phase. This is all about street cred and trying to decide if you guys want to be friends or not. You can kind of think of it like when 2 dogs sniff each other's butts. I think that's a really good analogy. This phase is all about clear communication, trust building, and showing genuine interest in the other person. So when an MSL reliably or consistently follows up with a KOL's request or answers a question with accurate and unbiased data, that's a really good example of building up the street cred or building the trust. All right, phase 3 of the relationship building process is the maintaining process. This is the phase we're all trying to get to. This is the we're officially besties phase. This phase is characterized by consistency and regular touch points. What this means in the in the MSL world is, for example, having consistent regular check-ins. So maybe you get onto a cadence of meeting with your KOL on a quarterly basis. When you get to this phase, you have officially gotten into the maintaining phase where you now need to change your behavior to help make sure that you are staying top of mind for this person and continually adding value. Another core component of this is adaptability. As we all know from the relationships that we're in now, people's needs and preferences change. So MSLs find themselves in a situation where they might have to change their communication preferences. All right, those were the 3 stages of relationship building, from establishing, developing, and maintaining. I gave you some great examples in the context of the MSL world. What would you add? What are some examples that you would put into each stage. What do you think of this definition? How do you define it? Let me know. I highly recommend that your team define this and create a list of actions of what relationship building looks like at each stage. I like this because it makes me or helps people feel confident that they're doing the right things and they're prioritizing effectively and being productive. All right, share with me your definition of relationship building in medical affairs. I have more examples on the Medical Affairs Value blog. Definitely go check that out. I also have a great newsletter, which has a weekly email on Mondays morning describing the content that I put out the following week. If you like this hack, please be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm looking forward to hearing more about what your definition of relationship building is.